Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Bwtm Sports Gaming. So this video today is a one to watch. Been wanting to do it for a while, but I just haven't found the time or the inspiration to do a one to watch video. One to watch meaning a boxer. So a one to watch generally would be a look at a particular fighter. Doesn't matter what weight division they're in. But generally, I would say it would have to be a prospect or up and coming. It's one to watch. And this young man that I have kind of just glanced over now, I've looked at, I thought, wow, he looks something very, very special. Now, the person I'm talking, before I continue, couple of notes regarding Bwtm Sports Gaming. If you go on our channel now, what we've done for you is, for those of you new to the channel and don't know much about the history of the channel, we've given you the last 2 years, let's say last 3 years, 2017 to 2020. So you've got the 3 years. If you go back and you'll see the best of Bwtm, interviews with well-known figures, people you know within the world of sport and boxing. You'll see those interviews there on the channel. So it's there. I've just put it up for about a week or two, where you can get flashback and look at the old videos. Good evening. Hope that you are well. So that you can have a look and see what we've done previously. There's some interviews there you probably wouldn't have seen before, and probably wouldn't have known we've done that stuff before. So you can take a look at old stuff, flashback, look at videos, then compare from then to now, and you get a little bit more information. So also shout out to these people: the Training Cave down in Birstall, near Leeds in Yorkshire. Shout out to the Training Cave, their boxing gym, and all the young people down there, the Amateur Boxing Club. Shout out to Jack Sunderland for opening up his gym there out there and doing some great work, going from strength to strength. I do keep watching the stuff that you do, so shout out to Jack Sunderland and the Training Cave. Just check them out. And of course, the Training Cave itself, you can check it out on YouTube, the Bwtm mini doc of the Training Cave. So if you like your amateur boxing, we did a feature on that, the Training Cave. And obviously, actually, one of the shows we actually got to meet Henry Wharton. If you don't know who Henry Wharton is, he was a tough son of a gun. He fought Chris Eubank and Nigel Benn. Solid chin, amazing chin, great left hook. So yeah, Henry Wharton was at the their first amateur show, which is great. Okay, so the person I'm going to be doing my preview on today, one to watch. Let's bring them up. Let's see if I can bring them up for you. Let's see. Can I bring him up? Can I bring him up? Can I bring him up? Yes, I'm going to bring him up. Here he is. This is the gentleman I'm bringing up today. When you'll see it. Yes, he fought Eubanks as well. Yes, West Brom, he did. What's the agenda? The agenda at the moment is we're just talking boxing and one to watch. This gentleman's fighting tomorrow night. If you don't know who he is, you need to know who he is, because this guy, as far as I'm concerned, is one of the brightest, this guy seems to be the total package. His name's Dennis Mcann. He's 18 years old. He's been signed by Frank Warren, fights on BT Sports. And I tell you something, 18 years old, I think he's had 4 or 5 fights now. But I watched him today just briefly. And this gentleman, this young man of 18 years old, he's got the potential to be a superstar. From what I'm seeing, at 18 years old, if he continues being looked after, like if Frank Warren continues to look after him and doesn't fall to the pressures of pushing Mcann into fights he's not ready for at 18 years old, if they let him just tick over, get his ticking over fights, getting him sharpening his skills up, his skill set and stuff, this guy is going to be a serious threat. Let me talk to you about Dennis Mcann, all right? I think what I might do is just box him up. But I'm bringing up anyway. Dennis Mcann. Box rec. I didn't think about doing the box rec, so we can look at him a little bit more closer. Let's see if we can get this. Bring Dennis McCann. He's going to be boxing. He's going to be fighting tomorrow night, I believe. Let's see if we can get him up. Let's bring this screen up a second. And let's see if we can bring him up for you, his box rec. People love a box rec, don't they? They love a box rec. Everyone loves a box rec. Well, see, I see only a couple of fights. Well, he's basically 7-0. Our friend. Let's get that screen up. So, where is it? Okay. You need to be getting a second life advertisement. Okay, right. Thank you very much. So, 7-0. Mr. Dennis McCann. Okay, so he's called Dennis the Menace. His career started in 2019. He's a bantamweight. He's southpaw. He's from Maidstone, Kent. 7-0. Okay, well, the guys he's fought haven't got winning records. That's not the point at this point. He's only 18 years old. Right, so nobody's got a winning record there. It's not the point about that. The point is, he's fought the O2 Arena, York Hall, Bethnal Green, Birmingham Arena, Royal Albert Hall, Marquis, the Falls Park, Belfast. So he's fought in some big places already. And he's going to fight, I believe, tomorrow. I could be wrong. Or next month, he's for the 10th. So he's probably fighting next month. No, he's fighting in October. So yeah, so he's fighting in October, it looks like there. But yeah, I like this guy. Do you know why I like him? I'll explain to what I like Dennis McCann. Let's see that. Let's bring this back here. Yeah, Dennis McCann. So let me tell you about Dennis McCann and what I've seen of Dennis McCann. Can you say, oh, well, you like your boxing. What sort of boxer do you actually like? This kind of boxer I like. And I'll tell you why I like Dennis McCann. First of all, the young man has got fast hands. He's got, for 18-year-old, he's got fast hands. He's got punching power. He's got combination punching. He's vicious. He's got a nasty streak in him. And that's what you need at top level. So there are a lot of guys who go about their boxing and they go about throwing their punches, but the viciousness and the killer instinct's not there. And at the highest level of boxing, you need to have that. That's why when I saw Carl Frampton box, I said, this guy is going to go on to be a world-class fighter. He'll go on to become a world champion and be one of the best fighters we've got in this country. Well, he went on and did that. I said that to Steve Wellings of the Irish Boxing Yearly. He does like a magazine and he asked me back in 2000 and don't know. Steve Wellings anyway. He asked me my opinion on Carl Frampton at the time, and he did. I think he only recently turned pro and he had a few fights. I said Frampton was going to go on and do some real big things. You need to use your eye early and see these things. And the other thing I like about him is if you look at McCann, he's got punch selection. So one thing by punch selection is he'll know when more or less when to pick his shots. He's not just throwing wild punches. He's looking at you. He's finding the area and then picking a shot and landing 9 times out of 10 with accuracy. Like it. One of the things I love about him is corkscrew uppercut. I mean, one of the fights he's done, he came out and he just turned his hand out through the corkscrew up through the middle of the guy's guard. Bang! Caught the guy. Hurt him very much. Yes. Irish Boxing News. Yes, that's the one. Boxing Asylum. Steve Wellings. That's the guy. This was many years ago, though, I must say. Nice guy, Steve. So shout out, Steve, if you're watching. So corkscrew uppercut through the middle guard. Bang! A la Nassim Hamed. I know Frank has compared him to Nassim Hamed, but I don't think this guy is Nassim Hamed. Let me just... Is Nassim Hamed. I don't think he's Nassim Hamed. I think he's more Joe Calzaghe, and I'll tell you why. If you watch him, the way he fights, when he gets you in the ropes, the way he throws combinations, 4 or 5 punch combinations. So he puts his combination together very well. He has good movement in and out, and those are the things I like about him. And he seems to be able to judge distance very well, from what I've seen so far of Dennis McCann. Now, the things I am concerned about Dennis McCann, one of the things I don't like about Dennis McCann is that he concedes his height. He's quite tall for the weight. He concedes his height by very much squatting down. He doesn't use his height he squats down and he has his legs very far apart. And the problem with when you've got your legs far apart is that it's very difficult for you to get yourself out of trouble because you've got to bring your legs back together to get yourself out of trouble. So those are two things I'm concerned about with Dennis Mcann. Or not concerned about, but things I look at and go, okay, areas to improve on. But I guess it works for him so far. He's 18 years old. I mean, 18. Now, this is the sort of time that Canelo was making his pro debut, or even younger than that. Canelo, Julio Cesar Chavez. You know, these guys started their careers younger and took the time to build their careers up. So this guy's only 18 years old. So we can't really be there to criticize the guy too much. 18 years old. So you've got time for man strength. You've got time for lots of development, experience. Other things I like about this guy, this young man, he's 18 years old and he's boxing at the O2 Arena. Do you understand? So he's got a calmness about him. He comes from a traveler's background as well. He's got a very calm way about him. Do you know what I mean? I've seen him box two ways. I've seen him come out like a rocket, boom, come out a guy. I've seen him actually come back and box. So if he can't take you out, he's prepared to box you. So that's some really good stuff I like about him. Obviously, there are things that do concern me. He's 18 years old. And when I talk 18, listen, if you're talented, you're talented. Age shouldn't be a factor. But of course, you can't buy experience. And he looks like a guy, very focused. And if he stays focused, he could become, in the future, a pay-per-view superstar. He really could. He's got something there that's a little different. He's got an X factor there. However, I just hope that his external stuff going outside the ring does not affect him internally, inside the ring. You know what I mean? I hope he's one of these young guys that doesn't get affected by girls or following the wrong crowds or getting too big-headed or ahead of himself. I hope he's got a nice mentor beside him. I don't know the young man, so I can't speak on that, but I really hope he does, because British boxing really needs a guy like Dennis the Menace. British boxing really needs somebody like this that we can look and we can really get to know and build and grow, you know. And Frank's looking after him. Frank knows how to build fighters. Do you understand? Build Frank. So he's in the right stable in terms of building a fighter. This is good. Of course, the question marks, the litmus test. You know, we've seen him on the eye. He looks, for me, he looks very good. The way he puts his punches together, like I've said. He's able to mix up his punches, not the same old punches coming out all the time. Of course, there are things that are areas that I believe need to be obviously question marks with any fighter. It doesn't matter whether it's Muhammad Ali, Jack Johnson, or your bloke that's fighting at your local leisure centre. The most important, these things are important. So obviously, Mcann's chin. Can he take a shot? When he's in with big guys, or guys who can punch, can he take a punch? First thing. Second thing is his heart. So if he does get hit with a good shot, is he going to fold, or is he going to be one of these guys that can fight back? Has he got good resistance? Has he got good powers of recovery? You know, and he'll come from a fighting background. So you'd think these things would be inbred and all stuff of it, but you just don't know. You just don't know. So, but he's got a viciousness about him there. And I can't look at a guy and know if he takes a good shot. You only have to wait and see until that moment comes, until he's hit on the chin to know when he takes a good shot, and then how he responds from that. That chin, heart, experience, obviously, 18 years old. It's going to take time. I hope he's still unbeaten at 20 years old. I really do. And of course, focus. What he does outside the ring. He must stay focused, not get distracted by, you know, the hype that gets around him. Oh, you know, he's a great fighter and he could do this. And he must not get caught up on Twitter and vile Twitter people, you know, because these people are just sense blood. You know, one side of the Twitter gang want to see you fight King Kong one week, Godzilla the next week, and then after you fight King Kong and Godzilla, then they probably want you to take on RoboCop and I don't know, the Loch Ness Monster. These people will just keep on. It doesn't matter who you beat. They'll say, "Oh, you beat him, but he wasn't good enough. Why don't you step up and beat him?" You see, it's an endless goalposts of just the goalposts keep going wider and wider and wider and wider. You're never satisfied. There's that, and of course, there's the other group of people that say, well, you know, you're not fighting anybody. You need to go in there and fight somebody decent. And he's 18 years old. So I hope he doesn't get caught up into any of those crowds and gets caught up into any of that rubbish that's on Twitter, because it's there and it's very much toxic on Twitter. I just hope he can say, you know what, and keep away. So keep well away of that stuff. Really, 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 really keep away from that stuff, the toxicity. This guy, if they look after him, could be well a superstar. There's just something about this Dennis Mcann that I look at and I go, this guy can be something special. And he's got the right man looking after him, Frank Warren. You know, he really has. He really, really, really has. So I've got a lot of time for Dennis Mcann. Big future. But let me know what you think of Dennis Mcann. And, you know, yeah, so I'm happy what I see of him so far. I can't really talk on McCann's defense so far because he hasn't really fought anyone that's really, you know, put that pressure on him to see what the defense is like. So I'll do probably an update video on Dennis Mcann once I see him under significant pressure and his first test. Yeah, you're loving the curls, huh? You're liking the curls, huh? Evening, I'm looking something special with the curls. Well, bro, we do what we can in this world. We do what we can. Henry Wharton deserved a world title in his era. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Not sure. I don't know if Henry would have won, but he certainly deserved it. I'd like to see Henry Wharton fight Callum Smith. That's the fight I would love to have seen. Modern social media is nonsense in fight making. It is indeed. It is indeed. I remember Henry Wharton. He fought some beasts, and I've not checked, but I never recall him getting knocked down. I just remember him getting beat on the United decisions. He did. It seems British boxing and ladies is going through some kind of renaissance. Glad I live to see it. I don't know, you know, because I don't know. I'm not too convinced on that one. Curls look cool, bro. Thank you very much. I'm not too sure about this renaissance. I wouldn't go too sure about that, because if you really ask yourself the question, if you deeply ask yourself the question, and then we'll go there, but maybe not on this video. We'll go there on my general chat freestyle. But for this now, I'm going to end on this, but I'll do a freestyle video afterwards. We will talk about that. But yeah, thanks a lot. Check out the man, Dennis Mcann. Right? You've got to spot boxers early. If I could sign a boxer, you know, if I could sign a boxer, and this guy here, Dennis Mcann, like I said, he looks very, very interesting. Prospect, yes. Future star, we'll have to wait and see. That's the great thing about boxing. But good luck to Dennis Mcann. Wish him all the best. And I'll be back in a moment. I've got some freestyle talking to do. So we'll get in. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. We'll do a freestyle talk. But there's the first one to watch. If you have got a fighter, or you know a fighter you'd like me to look into, either one to watch or even a fighter you want me to do a little breakdown on, let me know and we'll do that. Okay? This has been Bwtm Sports, looking at one to watch, Mr. Dennis Mcann. Don't forget, as always, like and subscribe and share the videos. And again, like I said before, just before the beginning of the show, check out our channel now. We're going to do a bit of a flashback, 2017, 2018. The years there, to put some of the best videos of Bwtm there, old videos, old interviews. Check it out, flashback. I'll keep that for about a week or two so you can check those videos out. I'm out of here. Take care.